What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at my recent video game pickups. Now, these are my pickups over the last, I would say, 2 months or so. I've been picking up a lot less games, but I still have quite a few games here to show you guys, so I will be speeding through this pretty quickly. If there's a game that I absolutely have something that I need to talk about, then I will stop and speak about that game, but most of these are going to be pretty rapid fire. But like I said, guys, I really don't know. It's a bunch of games. So let's just get this started so we can take a look at my recent video game pickups over the last 2 months or so. So first off, I always like to start out with consoles if I get any new consoles in these videos. So recently, I'm sure you guys saw a video, I picked up the Oculus Quest 2. So this was my most anticipated system for 2020 when I found out this was coming out, and it did not disappoint. This is a fantastic system. I did a first impressions video. I'm going to make a video talking about like ownership a weekend or whatnot, and if you guys haven't seen either one of those videos, please watch those. This is a great system. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that is our one system this month that I picked up. So next, I like to look at the handheld systems before we go into console games. So we'll start out with Game Boy games. Not a whole bunch here, but some pretty cool stuff. So we have WWF Superstars. Really, really fun, Game Boy wrestling game. Nintendo World Cup, which is a classic. Side Pocket. Rugrats the Movie. And Barbie Game Girl. Yeah, so nothing too exciting there, but some decent titles to add to the collection. And I love my original Game Boy games. Alright, so moving right along, let's take a look at 3DS games. We have Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. Pretty much all of these games came from Video Games Monthly. We have Legend of Chima, or Shima, Laval's Journey. I didn't mention it in that video, but this is the version that comes with a Lego minifigure, so that's kind of cool. It's a little bit of a big box game, so I definitely like that. We have James Noir's Hollywood Crimes. Dream Trigger 3D. The Trash Pack. And Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido. Yeah, so I want to thank Video Games Monthly again for beefing up my 3DS collection last month. So really happy to add all those to the collection. So next up, we'll take a look at PSP games. Once again, all of these came from Video Games Monthly. We have Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. SOCOM US Navy SEALs Fire Team Bravo. I feel bad for saying this, but all these games are still sealed. I haven't had a chance to play any of these. We have Loco Roco, which, from what I've heard, is a fantastic game, but I still haven't really tried it. Harry Potter Years 5 through 7. Love the Harry Potter books, so I'm sure I'll have fun with this. Hot Shots Tennis Get a Grip. You can't go wrong with any of the Hot Shots games. Killzone Liberation, which I've heard is one of the better first-person shooters on the system. So yeah, definitely cool to add those. And once again, thank you Video Games Monthly for beefing up my PSP collection. Alright, so moving right along, let's go ahead and let's show the Nintendo Switch next. We have Mighty Switch Force Collection. I'm pretty sure all of these games came from Limited Run. I'm just going to throw that out there. We've got Blackbird. Shantae and the Seven Sirens. I love all of the Shantae games. If you guys haven't played these, you should definitely check them out. Forgotten Anne. I think it's Anne or Annie. Another game I'm stoked to add to the collection. We have the remake of Panzer Dragoon. This game got delayed. It took forever to get here. We have sort of like a big box. It's basically a dual game set. We have Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast and Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. And I'm a sucker for like big box games or like these slip covers. So basically it's like a slip cover that includes both games. But definitely cool to add this to the collection. And like I said, I'm a sucker for big box games. And last up on the Switch, we have Vitamin Connection. I think that's what that says. So yeah, all of those came from limited run games. Alright, so moving right along, I guess let's go ahead and show the Wii and GameCube games next, since I'm kind of looking at them. Alright, so we have Sonic and the Secret Rings. You know, I played this a little bit, and I actually had some fun with it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but these Sonic games on the Nintendo Wii, I don't think they're that bad. Alright, so next up we have Pirates Hunt for Blackbeard's Booty. You know, anytime I see these like shovelware games for cheap, I pick them up. I just find these so interesting, to be honest with you. There's so many weird games on the Nintendo Wii. Alright, we have EA Playground. Speed Racer, the video game. Toy Story Mania. If you guys like light gun games, this is a lot of fun to play. I would highly recommend this game. It's very, very, very fun. Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, the Lego version. Fling Smash. It's an interesting concept. Uses the Wiimotes really well. Build and Race. Infinite tracks to build and race on. And for the GameCube, we have The Sims 2 Pets. And last but not least, we have 4x4 Evo 2, which is like a really, really fun off-road racing game. I had a blast when I was testing this out. Alright, so since they're right here, we'll show Sega Master System next. Added a couple games that I'm really stoked to get in the collection. I don't really know how to say this, so forgive me. But we have Golvilius, Valley of Doom. Golvilius. I guess that's how you say it, maybe? I don't know. Plays like kind of like an RPG. It's almost like an action type RPG game. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Zelda when I was testing it out, but definitely not as good as that. But still another game I'm happy to add to the collection. And next up we have Strider for the Master System. And one of the things that sets this apart is it has the US UPC sticker on there. So some of these late release Master System games, they basically just took the European games and slapped a United States UPC sticker on them and just released them in the US. So I love getting these, the UPC, the stickers, UPC stickers, basically. But yeah, Strider, game I'm happy to add to the collection. So some great Master System games there. Not a lot, but quality over quantity, as I like to say. Alright, so moving on, let's show PS4 and Xbox One games. Not a lot this month, but definitely picked up some stuff from GameStop. So we have Life is Strange Before the Storm for Xbox One. Micro Machines World Series on Xbox One. Unfortunately, some of these are disc only. Alright, for PlayStation 4, we had Fallout 76. Galak Z and Skull of the Shogun double pack for PS4. The Badass from Hell, Helmut. I bought this literally because of the artwork and the name of the game. We have Trine Ultimate Collection on PlayStation 4. These are really, really fun games. I first played these on Steam, so if you guys haven't checked them out, they're basically on everything. Techromancer. Another Xbox One game, we have The Evil Within 2. Alright, so for PlayStation VR, to add to that collection, we have Gran Turismo Sport, which I've heard a lot of good things about. We have Medieval, which is basically like a remake of the PS1 game, if I remember correctly. And I love the PlayStation 1 game, so I figured this would be a good one to add to the collection. And it was cheap. And my favorite PS4 game that I added, I haven't had a chance to play it, but I know I'm going to like it. We have Star Wars Squadrons. Obviously, I got the PS4 version for the VR. I mean, if you have an opportunity to play this in VR, you definitely should. But happy to get that. Happy to add all those to the collection. Like I said, not a ton of stuff, but some decent stuff in there nonetheless. So I guess next let's go ahead and show some PlayStation 1 games. You know, nothing really great in here, just a bunch of filler really. But we have ESPN Digital Games X Games Pro Border. I love snowboarding games, so I had to give this one a try. Ducati World Racing Challenge. This is a really fun budget game that released on the PS1. It's not very deep, by no means, but it is a lot of fun. You have the Italian Job. NBA Live 2002. VMX Racing. Snowcross Championship Racing, missing the manual. ATV Mania. NASCAR 2000. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. You can never have too many copies of this game. Love Rally Racing Games. We have Rally Cross 2. V-Rally 2 Need for Speed. Or Need for Speed V-Rally 2. Motocross Mania. Missing the manual. Really, really fun PS1 game. We've got Moto Racer. Remember playing this a lot when I was young. And we have Freestyle Motocross McGrath versus Pastrana. So yeah, definitely a lot of filler stuff in there, but fun games to play nonetheless. You know, nothing overly valuable or anything like that, but I'm always happy to add PS1 games to the collection. So next up, I guess let's go ahead and let's show Sega CD stuff. Really stoked about the games I had for Sega CD this month, or in the last 2 months. Sonic CD, I used to have this game, got rid of it. Found a really good deal on a disc-only copy, so printed off some artwork, slapped it in a DVD case. It will look fine on the shelf with the rest of my games. But yeah, Sonic CD, such a good Sonic the Hedgehog game. We have Third World War. I think this is some sort of strategy game. I really didn't spend much time with it, to be honest with you. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Eye of the Beholder. Not my kind of game, but still happy to add it to the collection. We have Dungeon Master 2 Skullkeep. Once again, not really my type of game, but happy to add it to the collection. You know, I didn't have it, so I'm always looking to add Sega CD games I don't own to the collection. And last up, we have Dark Wizard. So this game is almost worth playing just to watch the cutscenes. The animation and the voice acting and stuff are really, really awesome. This is a game I've been wanting for a while, just couldn't find a good deal on it. Finally found a deal that made sense for me. So Dark Wizard on the Sega CD, super happy to add it. Like I said, some great Sega CD games. Can't really complain too much with what I picked up over the last couple months. Alright, so next up, I guess let's go ahead and let's show the Nintendo 64 games. So we have Micro Machines 64 Turbo. One of the best wrestling games ever made, WrestleMania 2000. One of the worst wrestling games ever made, WCW Nitro. Bottom of the ninth. And last up, we've got Aero Gauge. Because the Nintendo 64 has a ton of racing games. So yeah, happy to get those. Really stoked to add all those games to the collection, especially Micro Machines and WrestleMania 2000. Those are definitely games you should play if you haven't. Alright, so next up, I guess let's go ahead and let's show some regular NES games here. My NES collection is growing rapidly. It's getting harder and harder to find games I don't have. But we have Tecmo NBA Basketball. I was kind of shocked I didn't have this game already. We have an unlicensed game. We have Dudes with Attitude. This is such a bad game. I really didn't know what to expect when I put it in, but it's absolutely horrible. But still, a fun game to add to the collection. We have Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. The original Jeopardy. I had all the Jeopardy games except for this one. So since, it's a $5 or $6 game, figured why not go ahead and pick it up. We have Championship Pool. And last up, we have Monster Truck Rally. So basically they released 2 Monster Truck games for the NES. I think the other one's like Bigfoot or something like this. This is a game I've been wanting, but this game, it's not expensive. It goes for like 15, 16 bucks, but I didn't want to pay that for it, so obviously I held out till I got a deal. So definitely happy to get Monster Truck Rally on the NES. I remember playing this when I was a kid, actually. It's one of the 4-player games, and, I remember having some fun with it. Alright, so last up, I guess let's go ahead and show the Super Nintendo games. Alright, so we have Newman Haas IndyCar. We have Super Street Fighter 2. Alright, so these two are kind of interesting. So my wife and her family were having a yard sale, so they were cleaning out her parents' outdoor storage barn type thing, and they found a couple of her dad's Super Nintendo games from back in the day. So he gave them to me, and luckily I didn't have either one of these, so I'm really happy to get them. So first up, he had a complete copy of Super Battle Tank War in the Gulf. Now, I don't collect complete in-box Super Nintendo games. I, have all carts. But since this was his, I figured why not why not keep it? And Super Battle Tank, these games are pretty fun. So I'm really happy to get this. And these were stored in storage containers, so obviously it's got a little bit of wear. But just knowing that it was my wife's dad's back in the day, and that it's in pretty good shape, super happy to get this and add it to the collection. And last up, we have Super Battle Tank 2. So a few days after I got this one came in my Video Games Monthly box. So definitely happy to add both of these games to the collection. They're fun. I mean, nothing super great, but definitely good games to add to the collection. But the last game, and probably one of the coolest games I got, we have Ys 3. Wanderers from Ys 3 on Super Nintendo. So yeah, like I said, this one came from my wife's dad too. He had this back in the day. It's in great shape, so definitely happy to get this and add it to the collection. So yeah, guys, that was really tiring going through all that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite game was that I picked up over the last couple months. Did you pick up any of these games? What are you playing right now? I would love to have a little conversation with you guys about video games. But guys, I think I'm going to end the video, but first I want to say thank you so very much for watching this episode of GBA. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I wouldn't be doing this if nobody was watching, so thank you so very much for watching this video. But guys, I think I'm going to end the video. Probably going to go open up some boxes, maybe play some of these video games, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.